I should probably put this in a mug, but nigga, come on now. Who cares? Microplastic City. Shit, I love it. But yeah, I'm reading for like 15 minutes a day. I was just about to be like, I'm so fucking tired. It's Friday for me, even though it's Monday. 8th work day in a row. But today is the start of a partial true grieving process thanks to listening to Andrew Huberman. I mean, I got two talks to finish. One with this one lady, one just by himself. Some Alan Watts, Alain de Botton. But still on this right now. But after today, I'll upload all the weekend's messy videos, and then over the next 48 hours, I'll learn some way of adding music, adding a title, and just being consistent. This is just like reading vlog for myself right now, but I think by next week, I might make it more of a read with me, video analysis of a chapter. Not even that, just I want to have something digital to remember rather than going through just a hard copy of when I get to the Red Book, Radical Wholeness, and We Who Wrestle with God. Those big three. Even though after this it'll be, Own Your Past, Change Your Future. Those big three. I am so tired this morning. And plus, it's not too efficient to try to read off of like 6 hours of sleep. 3:33 a.m. But oh yeah, and I'm not supposed to be smoking. But I haven't, but today I'm already feeling like, it's probably because I have been smoking, but the anxiety is crazy. Like the withdrawal, the restlessness. I don't know, like I gotta finish the night without it. That's how, you get to, as you said, the fastest way to grieve is to have the courage to feel everything that's coming up. Not distracted, not repress it, not suppress it. But fuck, I just want to get through this fucking work day. Alright. Who wants to be going through an ego dissolution, a spiritual awakening, and a fucking decade breakup? Also have had a recovery from a financial world collapse, trying to deal with improving health and working 7 days a week. You gonna want the pen, brother. Like shit, I should give myself a little slack, but I still got around. I just want to be completely processing things for a week without. I smoked with my sister yesterday, but still, what am I gonna do this today? Yeah, fuck it. I got yoga at 6:30 at the gym for the first time. Let's just hit the pen, get through the morning, keep it in the car, listen to some good shit. That's what they call it, blinkers. Should have charged it. Oh well. Yeah, who's gonna watch a video with a 5-minute shit intro? Alright. Well, you're trying to show growth in real time. You could only do that by putting shit like this out. But then, hey, December 3rd come around. Could be nice. Exploring the sleep connection. Body keeps the score 261. Need a better chair. Probably my first investment soon. It's just a new chair. Bob, you have to study this. It's really strange. It has to do with your brain, not your mind. I love little distinctions. Your brain is not your mind? Ah. Is your mind your psyche? What's the brain if not the mind? What's the psyche? What's the soul? EDMR and REM sleep, huh? Chapter 16, Learning to Inhabit Your Body, Yoga. Cool. Yin yoga for an hour, 6:30. I mean, I haven't worn my Apple Watch in a while, but that used to be my world. But this next check, I think, regardless of all the other financial themes to pay attention to, I think if I had to bite a bullet, I don't need an Xbox, I don't need anything. I do. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of groceries, but one of the additions will be like, if I get a new Apple Watch, use just for meditations, for breaks, for timers, for audio. Or just get this one back online, which is like call iCloud, but figure out the password situation. It just has been a month, but let's hit this. I'm gonna have to finish this chapter before yoga tonight for sure. I love that opening quote. Yeah. It's kind of simple. As we begin to re-experience a visceral reconnection with the needs of our bodies, there is a brand new capacity to warmly love the self. We experience a new quality of authenticity in our caring, which redirects our attention to our health, our diets, our energy, our time management. This enhanced care for the self arises spontaneously and naturally, not as a response to a should. We're able to experience immediate and intrinsic pleasure in self-care, which is the goal. You just think of like a more objectively pleasing life that's healthy. Because you used to say two healthy people can have a healthy relationship, yada yada. But it's hard when one person has no healthy dynamics going on. The switch to phone, to YouTube, to phone, to shows, to Instagram, to no meaning, no fulfillment, no exercise, no stretching, no reading, blunted emotional processing. And there's nothing to do at advantage, it's just more life to fill yourself up with the ways that you think you can. So, on average, since somebody didn't want to go to the gym with me in the evening on average, and never really put the yoga mat into use, and since I was pretty much in a relationship thinking that, it'd be provocative for me to be in the yoga class full of probably majority white women, Happy Valley, Arizona. Like, I feel like I'm projecting onto them, like they're gonna think I'm creepy. I'm just going in there and I'm like, man, I don't want to be the odd duckling. But hypothetically, it would be really nice to meet a girl in there and she just wants a fucking yoga partner. Someone to yap about too. She's going through the same circumstance. That'd be peak. We just happen to put our mats next to each other. She's gone. Looks like I'm smoking today. I just told myself with the high I feel now, I will give myself a last hit around the time of like 2 o'clock. Let's say I'm leaving work. You're done. So you come home and you don't want to be too tired, do anything, and get back out to the gym. To yoga, steam, L-theanine, sleep aid, plan a crowded couples therapy clips or something. And I quote, as an adult, Annie blamed herself for her abuse. She believed that the loving, excited little girl she once was had led her father on. She had brought the molestation upon herself. Every other fucking chapter with this book, bro, is some real shit that'd be like that. Nah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of talked about Christina and whatever she had been through as a kid, and I can see the way she handled stress to anything. The lives of many trauma survivors come to revolve around bracing against and neutralizing unwanted sensory experiences. You become a hell of a cope master. Well, let's say being an anxious attacher, I have to kind of my natural process is to take hold with what's giving me issues sometimes and try to problem solve it. I don't know what it's on. I'm a Virgo, Sun, Scorpio Moon. I'm a little intense and over analytical too, I guess. But the neutralizing unwanted sensory experiences. And most people I see in my practice have become experts in self-numbing. They've even become serially obese, anorexic, addicted to exercise at work. I might be semi-traumatized, abandonment, withdrawal, what do you call that? It just says at least half of all traumatized people try to dull their intolerable inner world with drugs or alcohol. Where's that pin at? It's intolerable. Waking up alone lately, so I've been getting high and then waking up alone. Responsibilities have also been in the same place with all the same triggers. And I was saying responsibility. I made days into work. I don't know what any job I've done like 8 in anytime soon recently. In the last few years. Wow. Their diagnosis will come to define their reality without ever being identified as a symptom of their attempt to cope with trauma. Finding our way to yoga, bottom-up regulation. This is heavily centered in this next 3 weeks around my own relationship dissolution. That's why some books are making it to the top of the list. But I will say this, that I'm probably going to have to make a video to be present for at least one of them. Either or, a lot of yoga. I'm thinking my pillars of self-regulation would be journaling, of course, listening to fucking Joey D out here, Dr. Dispenza and Peterson, all that, journaling. I should be meditating more, but without the Apple Watch is like a little less incentive, and then a little these for exercise, journaling. Gotta get the health back, watch the blood pressure. So hydration, exercise, journaling. Hydration, exercise, journaling, reading, and new community through hopeful, like, back on the 14th. I've easily done 5 yoga classes, 5 hours, 6 hours out there with people. I've said hello to new moms, introduced myself, and found a rhythm or a schedule that works for me. Because I think that's going to be the biggest part in letting go of somebody you miss but don't love, is like, it's like an addiction thing. Like, well, I know I shouldn't be doing this, because when you think about what you did, it's like, quality of time spent was, yeah, I think that's another painful part, is like seeing with clearer eyes each time you revisit these sad emotions. Not even unless I'm in the stages of any type of fully grief here. I gotta listen to this podcast today, then, be sober tomorrow. But that whole idea of what were you doing with this person that is so unforgettable, so irreplaceable? You teach yourself how to roll a blunt or some shit, and that's the big deal. I used to smoke Dutchess, and I used to find something to try to entertain her and to talk about ideas. And what did this person do exactly for you? Just be there, partially, on your phone, in the background, take care of some pragmatic chores, all washing the clothes. But then what would this person bother you about? Just being so uninspired was bothering. Tried to talk to her for years about passion and purpose, and psychology and self, and how negative emotion, as Dr. K or Peterson said, was like the doorway to the deeper self. But I think she's more surface level than anything. Well, I was distracted in the depths, but she was staying upon the surface to not drown. Either or, gotta go. One more day, and they probably like the last vlogging day that's like this. And who cares whether you read for 15, 20 minutes? If you went to the gym every day, some days you'd feel like shit, and some days reading, you feel like, what? What are you doing? Who the fuck? I need some caffeine in this bitch. Johnny.